and welcome to episode 40 of the Bakewell Diaries. Today we're going to be making lamb and rosemary pasties. Now you'll have seen in an earlier video we did chicken and bacon ones. Well, today we're going to do the lamb and rosemary. It uses lamb mince, rosemary, a bit of garlic, really nice flavours in there as well. So I'll go and get everything ready and I'll see you in a minute. Okay, so we're going to start our pasties now. The first thing you need to do is to get a small potato, about that sort of size, and we're just going to peel that because we need to get that onto the boil first. So get our potato done, and then we're going to cut it into small cubes and get that onto boil. It takes about 10 minutes just to soften, and then we'll get that on to cook. Probably about, from the start, about 10 minutes into cold water. So we get that one on, and that can start while we're doing our mince. Okay, so mince. We've got 500 grams of lamb mince, which I'm just going to start browning. And then as soon as it starts going brown, we're going to add our onion. Okay, so our lamb mince is just starting to brown now. So I've got one red onion chopped, and I'm going to add that into the mince. And we'll just slightly soften that a little bit. And I'm also going to add 2 cloves of garlic. Now you can either put them in the garlic press, but I like to just chop mine because I like the pieces. And I've also got 2 tablespoons of chopped rosemary, so that goes in as well. So lots of lovely flavour in with our pasties. So we just do this for a few minutes until the onion is softened. So our onion's starting to soften now. It's all nicely coming together. So what I do at this stage is I add 1 vegetable stock cube. We just sprinkle that in, and 1 tablespoon of soy sauce, and then a teaspoon of honey. Now because you've got the vegetable stock cube and you've got the soy sauce, it's quite salty, so if you put the honey in, it just balances out the flavour. Give that a mix. Just keep an eye on our potatoes because they're starting to soften now. So then we just add a little bit of salt and pepper. Don't want a lot of salt, just a couple of turns, because you've got the vegetable stock cube and you've also got the soy sauce. So give it a little bit of flavour. Lots of black pepper. And a tablespoon of plain flour. And that will just help to thicken the mixture. So just stir it until all the flour is combined. And then I've got 250 mils of water, hot water. So we put that in, and that will make our gravy. So we just keep that cooking until that starts to thicken, and that will be our mixture all ready. So I'll continue to cook this until it's thickened up, and then I'll see you for the next bit. Okay, so the next thing we're going to do is get our pastry done. Now I'm going to do mine in the food processor, but you can do it by hand. So I've got 500 grams of plain flour, and to that I'm going to add a teaspoon of salt. Now you can buy pastry if you want to, but I prefer to make mine. And then I've got 250 grams of butter or block margarine. I use the margarine in a block because I find that's a nice lighter texture. But you can use butter if you want. So 250 grams, all cut into cubes. And then I'll go and get this mixed on the food processor, and then I'll see you on the other side. Here's our dough all done. Now I added, once it had all combined, the margarine and the flour had all combined, I added 100 mils of cold water, which has made it into it's clumped it all together like that. So then you just squeeze it all into a ball. In fact, you can do that on your board. Just empty it all out and literally just combine it into a nice pliable ball. And as I say, if you haven't got a food processor, don't worry, you can rub your margarine or your butter into your flour and do it that way. But I find it easier, especially if you haven't got a lot of time, I find it easier to do it in the food processor. There we go, so there's a nice ball. And then we just put some flour onto our board. And then we're going to roll it out, and you should get 12 pasties out of this pastry. So that's what you're aiming for. And we're going to cut them out with a saucer, because I find that's the easiest way of doing it. So plenty of flour on your board. I'm going to actually cook 2 for you today so you can see what they look like, and then I'm going to freeze the rest so that I can use them and cook them when I want. So literally all you do is you take them out the freezer and cook them, but just add an extra few minutes on because they've been in the freezer. I think that's about right. Maybe just a little bit more. Right, and then we cut out 12 circles with our saucer. So I'll carry on and get this done, and I'll see you on the other side. Okay, so I've got all 12 rolled out ready. So what I've done is our lamb mince has cooled slightly because we don't want to put it in too hot. And I've added the cooked potato that we did earlier on. And it's just soft, but it's still firm because it will carry on cooking in the oven. So just toss that through. And then what we do is we put about a dessert spoon, just over dessert spoon on each one. And as I say, I'll do 2 to show you, and we'll get 2 cooked, and then I'm going to put the rest in my freezer for another day. So just put enough, and then brush the edge with some beaten egg, and literally just fold it over and seal it with your finger. That's all you do. Simple as that. And then they go onto a baking tray, and then we brush those with some more beaten egg to give them a nice golden colour. And then just to enhance the flavour a little bit as well, we add some chopped rosemary just to garnish the pasties on the top. Just a little bit of fresh rosemary just to garnish them on the top. And then they will bake on gas mark 6, which is 200 degrees centigrade, for 25 minutes. And as I say, if you cook them from frozen, add 3 or 4 minutes extra on because they will need the extra time. So 25 minutes on gas mark 6, which is 200 degrees, and I'll see you when they're cooked. Hello and welcome back. I've cooked the pasties, they're all done, and there they are. Look, delicious golden lamb pasties. Really, really delicious. And you can have them as part of a main meal, or you can just have them as a snack. Say for 25 minutes, They're very, very quick to do as well. So enjoy your lamb pasties. Thank you again to everybody who's liked and shared and subscribed. We are gradually growing again, which is lovely. I will get another recipe ready for you for next week. We're going to be doing some Valentine's biscuits, so like heart-shaped Valentine's cookies which are iced. So I'm going to be doing some of them at some point. But I'll try and get some more different sorts of recipes for you as well. So for now, enjoy your lamb and rosemary pasties, and I'll see you again next week. Take care for now. Bye.